See this? This is my thing right here. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you something about this. All right. This is actually going to be my first game review out of more that's going to come later. But this right here, I want to talk about first. Deadliest Catch is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I don't know any other show that I can substitute for it, because the show itself is just brilliant. So after I heard that they made a Deadliest Catch game, I said, oh, I gotta get my hands on this, guys. I gotta get my hands on this. So here I am talking about my review for it. So we start out with, yeah, you see the awesome little thing here, and actually has a review down here that says, this is a must-have for any fan of Deadliest Catch, and true it is. Now, I've watched a lot of reviews on, like IGN and all those other game reviews from like Siege or Undertow, and they give it all bad reviews because, you know, they're probably not a big fan of Deadliest Catch, so they don't really catch the thrill that most people get out of it. So let's talk about the game itself. You go through, it's like a basic fishing, I can't call it a simulator. You go through a basic cycle of 4 to 5 minigames. First, you are picking a boat to start off. You pick a mission, then you have to select a boat to buy, then you have to hire your crew, and then you go out on the map, and you have these different locations to choose from. Now, at the bottom of the screen, they have these little bars that there's a meter, and that means the more full it is, the more crab it has. So that's a good idea, is to go there. So you could get more pots there. Now, you want to be careful about selecting your boat, because most boats can't carry that many pots on the boat, so it's really good you do that, because if you stock up on a lot of crab, you could get some serious money, and most of the missions are basically just get more money than anybody else. Just get in first place. That's mostly what all the missions are. So the second one you have to go through, I mean, no, I didn't even get it here. The first minigame you have to do is you have to set the pots. Now, this is actually pretty fun, okay? So what you do, you drive the boat and you steer it. These are pretty good controls for a boat, okay? So if you have this little guy here, you are pointing at the screen. You're going to twist it like this to steer it. That's not too bad. So you have a throttle thing, which is the plus button here. You can press minus or plus to throttle the boat, slow it down, speed it up. And that's actually really helpful, too, in the third one that we have to do. So after doing all that, you set your pots, and then you could go to another location. It's best to leave your pots there for a while. That way, the more crab you get later. So after you come back and retrieve your pots, that's when you have this mini game about throwing this hook out into sea to grab the pots and reel it in. So it's kind of difficult here, because imagine this. You're riding on a boat, and it's moving still, and you have these buoys that are moving along like this, and you have to swing a rope after it before it goes past you. So that's not too difficult. Luckily, you could slow the boat down, speed it up. That's pretty easy. So after you do that, you get all this crab. So after you get the crabs in the boat, you sort them out on the sorting deck, and then you swap all the good crab into the hold of the boat, and then you swap all the bad crab back out into sea. So the bad crabs are white crabs or small crabs, and usually if you get any fish in there, you toss that out. They have to be big red crabs that have to go in the ship's hold. After that little mini game, then you have to go to your next location, go pick up your pots, rinse and repeat. After you have enough pots and enough crab, you go back to port, and then you get this one other mini game that I was talking about. And this one's actually pretty fun. When you go onto port, just like in the show, you have to offload your crab. So what you do here, you go into the hold of the ship, and then there's a big net that's on a wire hanging down. And all you have to do is press a button that tosses the crab into the basket. And you have to be careful, because there's a hook in front of it, so if a crab hits a hook, that counts as an error, a penalty. So you don't want to hit the hook. So all you have to do is toss the crab in the basket, and if you get enough crab in the basket, you're finally paid like $200,000, which is a lot. I mean, you really need that money. So it's the same basic cycle. what you just heard from me is the same stuff that you're going to hear that you're going to do. You go set your pots, go set your pots again, come back, retrieve your crab, sort the crab, go back and get your pots, retrieve the crab, sort the crab, go back to port, offload your crab, go get some more crab, come back, get your freaking money. So, the point is it bad? For me, I like this game. This is why I chose it for my first game review, is because it's so addictive. I mean, I thought this game was going to be like, it's okay. But the loading screens, they actually give you, like, facts about what people do as the job for crab fishing, and they actually show quotes from the captains of the boat. Speaking of which, you actually get to choose the real captains and crew members from the show when you hire your crew. So, that's actually pretty cool. So, mindless of that, I give this game an 8.5 because, yeah, it's a little repetitive, and, yeah, but it's pretty addictive. The playability is good. It controls well, and the sound is really awesome. I mean, the graphics are okay, but they could have done a little better, but it's only minor. I mean, so yeah, give it an 8.5. Not a bad game. I mean, if you're interested. This game comes out for the Wii, PS3, and the Xbox 360. So if you're interested, go grab it. So that does it for my first game review, Deadliest Catch, Sea of Chaos. See you later.